All right. Let's go. It's time. It's time. What's up, my friends? Good morning. Happy Monday to you. December 29th, Monday Night Football. Rams on the road against the Falcons. We've got an interesting spread. I left up underdog there for you. I've got 8 picks dialed up for today's show. Some of them are kind of like my thoughts, my feelings, my gut feels and my tummy tingles, if you will. I have one official pick that I will give away tonight. Actually, 2. One for the game and one player prop. Now, the player prop line is moving, and that kind of happens with my Discord. If I fire it off for VIPs, at some point it starts moving. There's just a lot of people in there. Matter of fact, if you want it, VIP access down below. We've got a projection system, year 6. We're heading into year 6 in 2 days, actually. That's how it'll go. It'll be year 6 in 3 days. This is 29th. Goodness gracious, time is flying. And the A+ under bets are very specific for you. They are 50 and 26 on the season. And boy, oh boy, do we have every single letter grade, every single market is boiled down to a science. So we track them all. We share the results. I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. That VIP link, first link down below is the Tails link, the one that has a little donut emoji next to it. For today's video, I'll tell you now, those 2 VIP picks that I was referring to, one got better for the game pick. Yeah, well, I guess reverse line movement here. And then the other for the player prop. Again, player props move. They move, sometimes quickly. Sometimes it takes a few days. But I posted this probably 3 days ago. So it is what it is. It's moved by 4 or 5 yards at this point. So let's take a look. I hope you had a nice NFL Sunday, my friends. VIPs did. My picks went 4-1 for the VIPs, which was nice. It means I've locked in VIP profit from my picks for the 4th straight week of the NFL season. And that makes profit in 14 of 17 weeks. I've only had 3 losing weeks this season for NFL. Hard to believe. It's been a magical year. Probably the best NFL season of the, the last 3 years. Just taking a stab at it. Probably last 3 years. I'd have to look at the data. Look at the numbers. Okay, let's go. We've got lots of props to discuss. Player props for running backs, wide receivers, everybody under the sun. Here's the deal. The Rams and the Falcons. We're also going to talk about No Big, Underdog, FanDuel, DraftKings. And I'm just going to say this real quick. Both on Underdog and Novig, use code DONUTS, DONUTS, and you can tail the things that I talk about today. I'm going to spend a lot of time here on Underdog, my favorite pick'em site. Best site for promos, discounts, and boosts. And matter of fact, they got a 50% profit boost. Got to use 3 to 8 picks. Got to use it by tonight. Not a bad place to start because we got a pretty decent looking Monday Night Football game. Let's talk about Bijan Robinson. So, receiving yards and his targets are up like crazy. Last week, I told everybody run him up to 100 for his receiving yards ladder. Now, ladder is when you essentially find a market, like a receiving yards market. You've got your original projection, and then I tell you, hey, I think that this one's got a lot of upside this week based on X, Y, and Z, and that means you can run it up and use it as high as you want. Now, last week, he was plus 1,400 for 90-plus yards. You ain't getting that this week. Ain't happening. Books know. They understand. He's had 11 targets in back-to-back weeks. Kirk Cousins finally peppering him out of the backfield, realizes, oh, hey, this guy can pad my stats, help move the offense. I think Bijan explodes this game. Explodes. I think they play well all the way down to the final quarter. I think this game is close. I would not be shocked to see the Falcons leading at halftime, but ultimately losing the game. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later when I talk about the game itself. So I'm looking at this thinking, okay, yeah, Bijan, receiving yards. Okay, of course. I like the over 43.5 for receiving yards. You do what you want with that information. All right. I personally like the ladder ideas. What I like about the ladder ideas is, listen, you sprinkle one of these in there. I think 79.5 probably makes the most sense. You take the 79.5 and you sprinkle it in there with another prop that you like. Just another player projection or two. And you give yourself massive upside. So he's ladder number 1 for tonight's game. But he's not my favorite ladder. That's the other part of it. He's not even my favorite. I had to take a sip of the coffee, Pinkies up cup, baby. I got the pinkies up cup today. Matter of fact, I feel like standing. I'm not comfortable. And we're up on our feet. I was bouncing around too much. I'm like, I'm going to be squeaking my chair. Voice is still coming back. I can hear it. I can hear it a little strained today. Stretch the neck. All right. Monday morning shows are very chill, by the way. If you came in on this past Sunday and you watched segments, I'm doing like Q&A. I'm talking touchdown picks, ladder bets. There's like segments to it. It's all planned out. Wake up early, preparing. Monday morning show, I'm like, all right, let's just talk some sports. Let's talk sports. Let's just be degenerates together. Let me see what I can do to help you. Irish King says Puka not getting 149 yards. Says who? And why not? That's my question for you, my friend. Last week, I was told the wind was too hard. Seattle's defense was too good. My guy went out there for 225 yards. Why isn't he getting a bunch of yards tonight? What is it? Now, it doesn't bother me at all. I said last week, run his ladder up to 170 yards. I was not afraid. He went for 225. 170-yard ladder was a payout of like plus 800. I said Matt Stafford plus 370 last week. All right, 370 plus yards passing. That was also like plus 1,200. Parlay those two together, they were a plus 4,000. They both cashed. Where there's fear, there's opportunity in betting. Yes. I hear it. But that's become public sentiment. Public sentiment has become take the Falcons, Rams pulling starters at halftime. Unders are hitting. Like, that's the public sentiment. And I don't know about you, but every time I see, the public has just piled on to a certain angle, a narrative. One big talking head with a sports betting following somewhere has said something that somebody else heard, was like, oh, that's interesting. And they said it to their smaller following. And that, person reached out, and another, Discord caught fire with that info. And they're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, Falcons, take the Falcons. Rams, everybody out at halftime. Take the under. You know why? You know why that doesn't mean a lot to me right now? It's this. And I didn't want to talk about it yet, and I'm not really prepared. So maybe I'm going to make you wait. I'm going to make you wait when I get to the game betting. I am not a fan of public sentiment. So that's it. And here's the deal. What Irish King said there, like he didn't like Puka's upside today. Okay. I can be wrong. You know what I mean? This could be totally wrong today. Everything I talk about can be wrong. This is one person's opinion. This is purely just my read on tonight's game. Can it be correct? Sure, of course. About 60% of the time it is. Doesn't mean it's always correct, does it? Nope. There's a good chance tonight I chalk. It's a Monday Night Football game. It's prime time. Prime times are chaos. I mean, look at last night's game. Goodness. By the way, DJ Moore wide open to finish that game. Yikes. Oh my goodness. That was so fun though. I mean, we were treated last night. I loved it. That was a lot of fun. Give me more of those. I don't get why anybody would think the Rams would throw the game, though. Like there's no throwing the game, in my opinion. Let's keep going. So Puka, here's the deal. If you're concerned right now, if you're like, hey, donuts, I do believe that, the Falcons they're going to take guys out of the game at halftime. I don't know who started that. Where's this information? Like who is saying this? Rams sitting starters week 17. Come on, Google. Like who is telling me this? I don't even see anybody. Or a Reddit thread? Is that it? Like what? Who started this? Why are people concerned? I'm trying to Google. I'm reading something right now. I'm like, guys, this is week 17. I understand why next week, week 18, people would start sitting. You know what? Now that I'm reading it too, like, think about it this way. If they win out here, they finish the 5th seed, which I think is probably a highly likely scenario here. They face Tampa or Carolina in the first round. If they lose, they finish 6th. They're going to travel to likely like Philadelphia. They're defending Super Bowl champs. I don't get it. Why would they want to face the Eagles? It's not week 18. I think people are jumping the gun early here on like, starters will rest. Starters will rest. I just don't get it. They need to win. No one wants to be the 6th seed. They're not going to sit players 2 weeks ahead of the playoffs. McVay has not done that in the past. He has sat people in week 18. Anyways, we're going to talk about that in a bit. Back to the player props. If you don't like this projection and you do buy into that, well then, okay, this might be one of the best bets of the entire night. Going lower, 108.5 receiving yard projection. So that's your angle. If that's what you think, then bang, you could run that. You could run his fantasy points under. I think it would be fine. Fantasy points often needs like a full game, right? They got to have 10 catches, 100 yards, a touchdown or 2, something like that. So there's your angle. For me. I think that even if he does have a short night, I take higher. Puka is absolutely dialed in with Matthew Stafford right now. Dialed it. I mean, look at no Devontae too, and look at the target volume. It is absolutely absurd. It's absurd. This is Jamar Chase target volume. So I don't get it. I'm not terribly concerned about them leaving the game. It just comes down to whether he performs or not. And I think that he does. Same with Stafford. And again, partially because the public is saying take the Falcons. Rams are sitting people and, unders on all Rams players. Okay, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it. But I think a Puka ladder is in play. Do I run it to 180 again? No. I mean, I stopped it at 150 today. And listen, the volatility is baked into the multiplier. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're right. There is a lower chance, a lower probability that this cashes. Like, I get it. So does underdog. That's why it's a 1.79x. It's not like I'm telling you an original line here at 1x here. No, I get it. This is like going to a sports book and saying, I want, give me 150 plus. Like, there's no difference. Higher multiplier. So that's my lean on him. That's Puka. That's the upside. Here's Blake Corum. So Blake, I initially thought about this game and thought, okay, Blake averaging 6 yards per carry. I like his rushing yards over. And then the more I've dug into it, I actually think there's a little bit of something false going on there with Blake and Kyren Williams. And I'm about to give away a VIP pick for you on the show. And a lot of it has to do with what I've kind of looked at between Blake and Kyren. So their snap rates, Blake's still only running like 29%, 33% or so of the snaps, even over the last 4 or 5 games where he's run like this: 81, 121, 71, 48. Even opportunities here: 14 carries, 11 carries, 12 carries. But when you look at this was really the only volume week he's had where he didn't break off a really long carry. These 3 weeks, he had like a 48-yarder, 46-yarder, like 28-yarder, which really racked up a ton of yards, and I think also earned him some extra opportunity. The long rush, I think, is probably the best angle. I actually think the pendulum swings back a little bit tonight. I think that we get Kyren, 15 carries or so, 16 carries. I think he dips back down to probably 9, 10 or so. So I don't know. I don't know about the overall rushing yards, but I do like him for higher than 12.5 longest rush. He keeps breaking them behind this offensive line. He's running well, 6 yards per carry. That's my Corum angle. That's not a VIP pick. The VIP pick is Kyren Williams. And, I'm sorry about it. I posted, I think, at 58.5, something like that, 3 days ago. And now he's 63.5. So he's gone up a full 5 yards. A full 5 yards. 23 carries, 15, 13, 13. He busted here against Tampa, 12 for 46. He's been 70-plus yards virtually every game. And when you look at him, like, this is another reason why, listen, here's another interesting angle that just hit me. So, like Puka, okay? All this talk about concern about the Rams and their starters. Why is Puka's receiving yards line staying at 109 then? Puka's at 109. A 7.5 receptions line that has money on the over, that has moved the line to 8.5, that either will have the money on the under. So we have volume-based stats for Puka Nacua that are extremely high. Doesn't that shout like full game activity? Kyren Williams, 13.5 rush attempts, juice to the over. Move to 14.5, lean to the under. Rushing yards, now 63.5. 61.5 here. 62.5, 61.5, 64.5, 65.5. Again, volume-based stats are not moving. If anything, they're getting higher for the Rams. Stafford, look at his passing yards. Look at his pass attempts. 33.5 pass attempts. Yards, around 270. Again, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. If there were truth in this stuff, I don't know. I feel like we'd see the player props mirroring the narrative, but we're not. So where'd the narrative come from? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm a little lost on it this morning, and I'm kind of working through it verbally here. 60-plus yards, you can see, has essentially been a lock and load all year, and the line continues to move. Like, we had it. I'm trying to guess. I think I posted at 58.5. I'd have to go back and look. It's been several days. But I mean, at 58.5, you are Even on the missing days, you're flirting with it. The carries are double digits every week. Remember, he's playing over 65% of the snaps, even on a lot of these Blake Corum big weeks. So that's my angle. It's, you might have to lower the line. Can you go, maybe you got to do this, I guess. Unless you just want to eat the 50 or 63.5. You eat the bump. But Kyren Williams, I expect him to get the ball a decent amount tonight. Get his opportunity. Drake London, welcome back, buddy. Had a bad week last week, but listen, before he went out, he was being absolutely peppered with the football and playing great. Questionable for Monday night. He's supposed to play. It looks like he's supposed to play. I think it's one of those things where you could wait till kickoff, but you're going to miss out on some value. I think if he ends up being confirmed in, this line likely moves by several yards. Same with Kyle Pitts. His projection, if Drake London ends up being ruled out, I think that, he moves up to 60.5 or so, maybe 61.5. He's been performing extremely well in these games without London and getting a lot of targets. Had 9 targets last week still with London returning. Still cashed higher than 54.5. Oh, King, that's brutal. Why was all your money on a single play, though? That's my question for you, buddy. Touchdown bets might be the most volatile market. There's a reason why I keep them to my Sunday morning live show, because that's just a degenerate show. It's just for fun, right? Like I haven't posted a VIP touchdown pick since maybe Devon Achane like week 5. It's been a long time. They're just not a volatile. They're just not a good market to bet on unless it's parlays and for fun. But I expect Drake London to have himself a game. I think the Falcons come out firing. I think we've got probably maybe a Falcons lead by half or a close game, 21-20, something like that. I think tonight could be higher scoring, opposite of what everybody else thinks. I think that Drake London and Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson all show up, and then Cousins has himself a decent game. And I think that leads to a battle here. Stafford, Cousins, 2 veterans. Stafford continues to smash his fantasy points. Multiple ways he gets there, too. 3 touchdown passes, 4 touchdown passes, 300 yards, 368, 460, 457. His touchdown projection today is at 2.5 everywhere you look. He's got high volume-based projections, completions, attempts, long pass, yardage, touchdowns. I just don't get it. What is the concern? I don't understand. So I like his fantasy points tonight. It's too low. It's too low. He could throw for 350 and 2 touchdowns tonight, easy. He could throw for 250 and 4 touchdowns. Like, there's multiple ways he gets there. Like, I could easily see a 270 and 3 touchdown game tonight. So I like the fantasy points. And on the other side, Cousins' line's too low. It's too low. I mean, even some of these games that you wouldn't be like, great game, buddy. Like, he threw for $199, 2 touchdowns and a pick. That's a 15-point outing. Why? Oh, why is it 12.95? I understand it's correlated with a lot of, well, hold on to your hats, JP. You haven't heard my full thoughts. I think a lot of people struggle with what I say here, and I think they run with like bits of what I say without full context. I said I think Atlanta starts hot at home on Monday Night Football. That's it. I didn't say they're going to win. I said I think they could be leading at half. I think this could be a higher scoring game. That doesn't tell the entire story. So hold on, brother. Let me get to that next. I'll get to that next. But the fantasy points today, I don't get it at 12.95. I mean, we're talking about, he could go out there and throw for 210 yards and, one touchdown, no interceptions, no turnovers. 2 touchdowns. He'd have to have 2 touchdowns. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. He cashes. Can he throw for 202? Sure. Can he throw for 250 and 1? Yep. Let me look at the points real quick, actually. Passing yards, 0.4. 100 yards is 4, so you'd have 8. 12. All right, so he'd need 225 and 1 touchdown. Can he throw for 225 and 1 touchdown tonight to cash that 12.95 fantasy point? I think so. I mean, his passing projection is 225 and a half. So not too bad. Not too bad. So those are kind of my angles for tonight. Now, again, we're talking about one game. I talked about 8, 10 different angles. Should you play them all? No, but I know a lot of people are going to go out there and build entries for one slate tonight. One game, a one-gamer. And you need multiple angles to be able to do that. I tried to help. Don't forget, I only had one VIP play. Just one. So don't come back Tuesday morning, being all upset, throwing cabbage at me when a bunch of nonsense I just spouted doesn't go well. And my reply to you is, hey, I understand. It was a public, sports betting talk show. I'm going to talk about sports betting and Monday Night Football. Just so you know, my only VIP pick cashed. I went 1-0 because I'm going to be honest. I said that, I say that from time to time. I go back and I'll check a comment or two, and I don't have time all the time anymore. I mean, I get them everywhere. But what's up, Sewer Jack? Good morning, buddy. I'm about to get to the game pick too, so hang on tight. People will reply and be like, "Oh man, this video went like 4-4 or something." They'll be all ticked off. And I'm like, I get it, man. I talked about 16 NFL games for this video. This NFL weekend, I talked about 16 games. A lot of things missed. A lot of things cashed. It's hard to keep track. But hey, the VIP went 4-1. There's a reason why a lot of people join the VIP, and then they don't pay attention to YouTube anymore. I get it. And then they replied, they're like, I'm not here for the VIP, you idiot. It's like, I know. But this is a sports betting talk show, man. I'm going to talk about a lot. If you want to suss through it, you want an easy button, it's down below. Yeah, that's my point. Like, I'm just trying to have fun here. I'm trying to be insightful, give you information, make some predictions, smidge of entertainment. Just trying to help. But the answer sheet, that's that first link. I appreciate that, AO. I try to help. That's the goal. My wife's been trying to get me into slippers for like a decade. I'm always complaining my feet are cold. I step in water, the dog's water and stuff. And I finally bought in like 2 weeks ago, and I literally can't go on with life without them on now. Like, I realized I had taken them off when I sat down. I needed them back on. I'm standing. Why wouldn't they be on my feet? What up, Doug? Good morning, buddy. Let's look at this game. So again, code Donuts, DONUTS, over there on Underdog. Gave you some good angles for tonight. NBA picks, projections, all that good stuff will be out for later. Clearly, you could grab something from here if you'd like and run it with something on the NBA side of things. So here we go. Do you buy a half a point tonight? That's a question for you. Chat, I'm curious. Do you like it? Do you buy a half a point to cover the 7-point key number? You're giving up 36 cents. Do you? Tell me. I don't think there's any right or wrong answers. I just want to know what people say. What's up, Greg Mitchell? Alpha last name. Love it. Get a lot of info from your videos. Great job. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you. Thank you for supporting. We're just having fun here. I keep bringing it up. I just want to say thank you one more time. It just hit me. And every time this hits me, I'm going to take the time to thank you for a second, okay? Last season, the peak of the NFL season, like I'm talking like week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, my Sunday morning live shows. Remember, there's like 2 hours of video. There's segments to it. It's structured. It's the most professional you'll see me. If I had 180 people showing up for that show, I'm turning around to my wife when it's over and I'm saying, babe, it was a great show. I averaged 160 viewers. I peaked at 220. And I'm like, that was the greatest Sunday morning ever. Week 4 hits, 175 average, 250 peak. Amazing videos, amazing shows. I just looked over Monday morning, week 17. We've got 291 live viewers on YouTube. The average at some point when I look back at this is probably going to be like 250-ish. Like the average on a Monday morning, week 17 show is higher than the average of the peak Sunday morning shows from last year. It hits me every once in a while just how much things have changed because of you supporting the show. And every single time I get that little glimpse of perspective, that blip on the radar, I just want to stop what I'm doing. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for giving me this space. Thank you for helping me grow my place and get my footprint out there a little bit larger. I appreciate that immensely. Very, very generous community. And people like Josh Witt will leave comments virtually every video. I see Josh leaving comments, always positive. I appreciate that. I thank you all for that type of support. It's pretty cool. It just hit me. I just had a moment again, and I wanted to share it. We're close to 50,000 subscribers. I ain't going to get there before the end of the year. My cold, the holidays, my December sickness and the holidays, I think, stopped my momentum there for a minute. But we'll get it back. NBA videos, probably will start those soon with NFL winding down. So I am going to, I'm probably going to be switching over, not switching. I mean, NFL will still be here, but if you've noticed, my NFL videos dialed down in December while I was sick. You know what? I'm probably just going to keep it like that. A Thursday video, I post a Friday video for Sunday, and then the other days will probably be NBA, more NBA. I think that's probably the play. Thank you so much, man. You guys are, oh, look at these comments. I just looked over. Y'all the best. Ross, what's up, man? This is when we should talk about the upcoming week games, shooting the crap style right now. Always a VIP will tail tonight's pick. You mean like Monday mornings we should start looking at Sundays? Why didn't I ever think of that? That's actually a great idea. Like Monday morning, we do like 30 minutes. We talk Monday Night Football, and then we kind of look at the schedule and loosely talk about it. I think you just gave me probably a good format for 2026. I think I would struggle immensely right now, Ross, because it is extremely difficult to keep all of the NFL playoff picture stuff at the forefront of my mind. I would need an article from like Yahoo or something like I read this past week that was really good. It was a really good Yahoo article. Maybe Underdog has some graphic that breaks it all down or something. That's a great idea. Doug, thank you. VIP Discord worth the price of admission. Link down below. Kelly, thank you. Very deserving growth for you in this community. Appreciate that. Peace Donuts. The content is the best. Salute. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time for coming in. Appreciate it. Look ahead bets. I mean, that's a good idea. Even though you're a Bills fan, Dexter. Thanks a lot, bro. Yeah. It's listen, let's try it. Let's quickly breeze over the game pick. And then I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look ahead and see if we can make it happen. Yeah, I definitely do MLB. So I usually am not a huge fan of buying a point. I just not. But man, that's 7.5 to a 6.5. Pretty crucial. Like, there aren't many times I'll buy one. This might be one of them. This might be one of them. For what it's worth, I do like the Rams to cover outright. Plus 102, minus 7.5. I do. It's a really interesting line. It's very tough. It's another angle here. I just want to look at it, see if they can do it. Never know what I can do on all the books. Stafford 2+ touchdowns, Rams money line. Oh, that's a bummer. I guess you could just go 3+ for Matt Stafford. What else can I add here? I don't know. They've really been broadening their availabilities and what you can add. Nice. Wow, you can build out SGPs now. Okay. Stop playing. Can this go in? There's no way. I did not know I could do this. Since when? If I were logged in, could I apply this to this? Minimum plus 250. Oh my gosh. We can do it. Okay, hold on. Listen, if Puka pops, if he plays a full game, we might as well just take him for 90. Oh, I can't. I got to skip it. So 100 or 80. Let's leave it there. I know that's what I'm looking at right now, Metal Gamer. I'm like, hold on. How am I allowed to do this? Bijan, my boy, receiving yards. Oh, I wish I could go lower on the alternate projection. Are you joking me? This is new to me. I did not know. This is sick. We need to be spending more time doing this stuff, man. Oh, that's cool. 2 years of YouTube. Thank you, bro. You've been inside VIP Discord for a long time, too. I see your name in there all the time. Not even joking. This is the exact parlay without Puka. Did Rams. Okay, let's do. I like that idea. Let's do the alt line. Let's grab like minus 2.5 or something. We cover the 3 points. Can we make this happen? Is this going to work? 219. I think that's the same odds we had for just the money line outright. I'm just trying to get to 250. Oh, so close. Wait. Let's look at Stafford's yardage. So the money line is virtually the same. Okay, so all right, let me go to Stafford's yardage. Wow. This is so fun. Now I'm just clicking around like a degenerate. Oh my goodness, there's no way. And then I could boost it to a 390? Okay. Listen, I am not a shill. I know that you know that I know that you know that I am not a shill. A matter of fact, within partnerships that I make with companies, I tell them I will not meet certain quotas you ask of me. I will never go out of my way to be like, make sure you complete 1 10-minute segment per video of X, Y, and Z. I tell them I sign nothing. I will not do a CPA agreement. I will not do a contractual agreement for any company that says they want me to do X, Y, and Z. I will only promote and push anything if you make it worth it. If I think it's a viable option for my viewers and my Discord. This is pretty nice. A boost? Correlation not getting messed with? This is what I'm talking about, man. Good job, Novig. This is nice. Are you joking? So here, I'm going to post that link right there. I didn't even realize. It makes so much sense why he's been posting Novig parlays for Discord. Listen, use code donuts. I posted a link in chat. Hey, I'm down here. Mini donuts. I'm a donut hole. No. Who says these things? Code donuts, DONUTS, Novig Sportsbook. That's pretty cool. I had no intention to make a parlay today. None. I had no intention to make a parlay today. And here we are. Kyren for a touchdown. This is, I love it. Okay. Yeah, I love it. This is cool. I kind of want to add Kyren to this. Now I'm just getting into degenerate mode. Like, what can I squeeze out of this? Oh my God, I can't stop. I'm watching from inside my doctor office. Yeah, let's go, Mikey. That's how it goes naturally, Ross. You're not wrong, man. Yeah, you're like, well, hold on. Let me just click this in there. Hey, listen, if Kyren's running the football 60 plus yards, yeah, you might get a touchdown. Like, well, hold on. Let me think about this. Well, then on the other side, Falcons got to throw the football to keep pace. Clearly Stafford 2+ passing. Kyren's got a rushing, 250 passing yards. Kyren 60+ rushing. The offense is clearly humming along. Okay. Kirk Cousins, 200+ passing yards. Kirk Cousins, over 33.5 pass attempts, so on and so forth. You never stop. You just don't stop. There's no stopping it. That's pretty cool, though. I am impressed when I have an opportunity. That boost is freaking nice. I'll have to take something out of this. I'm just so happy. I didn't know you could do this stuff on Novig. I didn't know. So yeah, here you go. Novig. Code donuts, DONUTS. It is what it is. Comes off as a shill. It comes off as a shill. I can't stop people from making their own opinions, nor will I try to control them or your thoughts. I do not spam links and promotions, but this is worth highlighting. A boost and a pretty solid looking parlay opportunity. Now, is that the winning parlay? I have no clue. I don't make parlays very often. I only make them for these shows. That's the funny part too. A lot of people will sign up for the VIP and they'll be like, where's all donuts parlays? It's like, okay, here's the deal. Public stuff's for fun. VIP is where you go to make money. If you want just fun stuff that likely in the long run, you're going to lose your money, enjoy the public content. If you are serious about winning money betting on sports, that's what the VIP ends up being. There's a difference. Again, out of all my VIP content last week, I only posted 5 player props inside Discord. They went 4-1. Got one more tonight. The Kyren Williams play, 60+ yards. I personally think they play the whole game, Josh, not because I have any specific information that I've taken in from the internet, Sean McVay, whatever. It's more so because I'm looking at these player projections and I'm like, Puka's at 109.5. His receptions are at 8.5. Kyren's at 13.5 carries or 14.5. His yardage is up to 63.5. Matt Stafford at 270.5 passing yards. Like the Rams are still minus 7.5 in the spread. There are so many things that are pointing to the fact that like the Rams are seemingly going to be doing their normal playing time in offense. Like if there was truth to this, wouldn't the whales be moving the lines right now in the opposite direction? Wouldn't the spread be down to like a minus 4.5, minus 5.5. If the Rams were truly sitting people tonight, like, wouldn't the line start moving? Wouldn't Puka's yardage go from 109.5 down to like 88.5? Stafford's passing yards, 270.5, would drop to 244.5. His pass attempt prop goes from 34.5 to like 26.5 or something. Like, that's why, Josh. That's why. Like, I'm looking past narrative street, talking heads saying, be afraid of this game, be afraid of the Rams. And I'm looking at these props and I'm like, hold up. Wouldn't all these lines move? Now, Doug has asked about it during the show. I didn't touch base on it because I don't live bet, but that's probably the best way to do it. It is. It's probably the best way to do it. If you are concerned, you kind of want to see how things are, how they shake out the rest of the day, let the news cycle play out. Then you could probably just wait until game time and just let it rip during the game. All right. So kickoff starts. You haven't heard anything about McVay resting anybody. You're not concerned anymore. As soon as the game begins, you see the Rams come out firing. They're normal. Okay. You start looking at these live lines a little bit. Start looking at some overs. Or if the game begins and, they start a little haphazardly and you're also still concerned about playing time, okay, bang, hit some honors. That just do what you want with this information. Literally today, I've just tried to provide you some insight. Thank you very much for that. 271. Is that how many we're at? I see 285 now. Let's go, man. We're just bouncing around some high numbers on YouTube in week 17, Monday morning. Get 200 likes. What are we at right now, buddy? I tend to agree with you. Oh, no. We're only at 90? We didn't even get to 100? Chat. What's that all about? Pinky's up. I can't believe it. We didn't even get to 100 today. That's sad. It's a sad day. Embarrassing, says Doug. Don Hector called y'all freeloaders. Kelly said, I liked it as soon as I jumped on. What about the rest of you? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I didn't know that's who that was. When I took my sip today, I actually, in my mind, I'm not even joking, I thought about the cortado. I did. I thought about it during my Pinkies Up cup. It was like a flash. Fancy new espresso mug. That's funny. Yeah, we got these Yetis. We were at a family thing last summer, and my wife saw, and she's like, oh my gosh, we're totally getting those, because anytime she's something she likes, she's got to get it. So we got the Yeti cup, the little Yeti espresso, and I'm not gonna lie, when she got it, I was like, come on, let me just use like a coffee cup. And then I started making like these, 1.5 ounce espresso in a main coffee cup. It's like this little like layer of coffee, espresso at the bottom of the cup. I was like, okay, babe, we need those Yeti espresso cups. And now I love them. That's pretty much how my marriage works. It's like, we don't need that. And then I try whatever was purchased, and I'm like, we needed this. We get more. Buy another thing of it. I don't need those slippers. Now I'm like, where are my slippers? I love these things. She knows best. Need a cortado too. All right. Whoa, 125 likes. There it is. We got there. We did it. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Big W. We are bonded in espresso. You got to show me that mug. Tag me in Discord. I'm curious what a how a European espresso cup differs from the American Yeti. You seem like the kind of guy that has 3 different coffee machines. Listen, we've gone through a ton of them. So we've had like the ones you had to work at it, you know, pressurized. I'm pulling levers. I'm grinding things. Too much work, man. Get that out of here. Nespresso, put a little pod in, push a button. I walk in here. I hit the stream music. I walk back out. Splash of cream, little stir stick. Come back in. I'm ready to rock. None of that grinding nonsense. I don't need to work a steam engine to get my coffee drip. I don't know how or why, but 260 people hang around last 5 minutes. I'm talking about coffee, slippers, my marriage. 260 people are like, yeah, let's hang out. This is how I know things have changed. If I was not giving away a pick every single 30 seconds in last year's live shows on Sunday morning during peak NFL season, I would not have 150 viewers. I got 260 in week 17 on a Monday morning. Well, I'm talking about coffee. Like, I get it. Y'all the best, though. Y'all the best. Makes me excited for this offseason. Talking offseason NFL. Offseason NFL is going to be fun. Because I think it's going to be a mixture of talking about, active, important things, but also a lot of conjecture and looking forward and then just hanging out. So here's the games for this weekend. Let's give it a little look. See how it goes. W's in the chat. That's right, Jefferson. I used to have a French press thing. It's like having a part-time job. You're not wrong, Dusty. You are not wrong. That's funny, man. Yeah, we've done the French press. We've done like the drip. All sorts of nonsense. Panthers Bucks. This one's for the division. This one's in Tampa. Tampa favored by 3. They're getting the 3 because they're at home. Essentially going to end up being a pick 'em. Honestly, give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers. Bucks are not playing good football. They just aren't. I understand. It's Baker. It's a home game. I mean, my first look lean is Panthers win. Man, how about this one? This for the division, isn't it? Unbelievable. We have 3 games for the division this week, don't we? Panthers, Bucks, Seahawks, Niners, and then the Ravens are Sunday night. I think they got flexed in, right? Yep. Ravens, Steelers, Sunday Night Football. Wow. Let's go NFL, man. Let's go. Honestly, hold on. Let me do it on like how am I using ESPN? I'm like blinded. I literally switched my screen because I was like, like, where were you? Where were you this morning? Where were you on the morning of December 29th? I was live streaming. I couldn't see anything. I opened up the ESPN homepage. There we go. Nice night mode, dark mode background. No doubt, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the support. Truly. I mean, my early leans, come on. Okay, here's the other thing. I'm going to make this abundantly clear. It just hit me. Do not hold me to this. Any of this. If you come back, I don't know when I'll do my video for the weekend. I might do it tomorrow morning, honestly, like a a 4 or 5 day look ahead. Ooh, I like that idea so much. It just hit me. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'll do my video tomorrow for Saturday and Sunday's games, like a very far look ahead. I'll give it several days extra here on YouTube to sit. Okay. Don't take whatever I say here as a lock and load. These are just my thoughts. My first look to literally seeing the lines for the first time. I think Panthers win. I think Niners win. You heard me. Again, first thoughts, Ravens. So those are the 3 playoff games. Panthers need to win to get in. Ravens, Steelers, the winner gets in. These are for the division. Niners and Seahawks playing for the division. I mean, Bills and Rams win, but I think we could see some starters sitting in Week 18 for both those teams. Same for the Patriots, depending on. No, actually. Yes, actually. Unless if the Chargers beat the Broncos next week, Patriots get the 1 seed. If I'm not mistaken. Man, there's some awful matchups, though. Dolphins, Patriots, garbage. Commanders, Eagles, garbage. Lions are not playing for anything. Bears, I think, would just be playing. No, they're not. They're locked into the 3 seed, aren't they? Or are they playing for the 2 or 3? I think they're locked into the 3 because they're now. I'd have to look at the standings with their records. I think they're a couple games behind. No. They're tied with the Eagles. So they're either 2 or 3, depending on the outcome of this game. It means a lot less to them than it does the they would need the Eagles to lose down here to the Commanders, which I can't see happening. So maybe that's a game where you could take the Lions now at the good odds, plus 120. Man. Chiefs only 5.5 point favorites against the freaking Raiders. Yikes. Jags are locked into a 2-3. You know, they move up to 2 if the Patriots lose. The Patriots are playing the Dolphins. If the Jags lose to the Titans, then the Patriots are locked into the 2. I mean, these are some awful games. Wow. Oh my God. Texans, Colts, Vikings, Packers. Jeez. Give me the Saints next week. That Tyler Shuck, man. He catches out for passing yards this week. He looks actually pretty good, man. I think there's a chance they do, Drewski. I tried to highlight the ones with like the close spreads, you know, some decent odds. It's going to be the most volatile week I've seen in a long time, though. I mean, probably since last week 18. No, probably not. But you're going to likely see like Josh Allen start the game for a snap and sit, keep his starter streak, and then play Mitchell Trubisky. Or maybe Allen plays a quarter or something. I just think it's a Trubisky game. So who knows? Who knows? So here's my thought. Here's my first look, literally without I have not looked ahead. I'm not taking injury situations under consideration. I might be missing extremely critical info for those thoughts, but Panthers, Niners, Ravens, Lions, Saints. That's kind of my take for next week, for week 18. Just the quick look ahead. Who the heck knows? Pure conjecture. But it was fun to look at. It was quick. It's really hard. I think this would be much easier in the middle of the season, for sure. But like looking at week 18, oh my gosh. multiple game, 2 games where the loser is out of the playoffs, the winner gets in. Another one for the NFC West, and I think that would also be the number 1 seed. Would that be also the number 1 seed? I think it would be. And then literally 13 other games that really don't mean much. 10 that literally mean nothing. And like 2 or 3 where like that's the difference of like being the 5th or the 6th or the 6th or the 7th seed. Yikes. If Packers win, they're in as a wild card as the 7th. Is that correct? Was that the other game that mattered? Someone's talking about the Packers. I got to look at the NFC standings. Which game was that? Packers Vikings. Packers are plus 220. I thought they were out. Then why are they plus 220? They're in already. Yeah, that's what I thought. And they're locked in essentially as like the 7th seed. So I think that's why they're underdogs against the Vikings. They might not even start Malik Willis. Like he might sit. Jacobs, all those guys. I think, yeah, they're 5.5 point dogs heading into the Vikings. They'll rest everybody. Yeah, I agree. I can't touch the Packers with that, if that's all true, But I'm fairly certain they're locked into the 7th. Yeah, Niners, that's for the number 1 seed. That's crazy. You're either going to be 1 or, depending on Rams tonight, 1 or 6. Wow. Wow. That is going to be an amazing Saturday night game. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm so excited for the playoffs. Oh, we're going to have so much fun betting on it, watching it together, hanging out, looking at just how the wild card stuff's shaking out. We could have some interesting matchups. Bears, Packers, round 1. Bills, Patriots, round 1. Like, that would be fun. Let's go. All right. We're at a little over an hour. I got work to do. Still got NBA. We got model picks to post. I got to talk with Freak. Get our ducks in a row for the day. Let's stay hot, though. I think I have personally profited my picks. Let me think. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 straight days. 3 straight. Did I profit Thursday night too? Because I think my NBA didn't go like 3-1 or something. I have to look back. I'm in a nice little heater, though. I think I've profited in like 4 of the last 5 nights, 3 in a row. I'm heating up, my friends. Heating up. What's up, bro? Tonight? No, I did not. Let me think. If you want to do something over 49.5, Rams money line, Falcons tease the spread. I would tease that. Let me see what I can get you. I think you're better off with adding some player prop stuff tonight rather than just games. But I know you always love this, so let me help you. There you go. Rams over 49.5. Falcons cover at I teased it to cover the full 14-point key number. 3, 7, 10, 14. Those are my keys. Plus 268. Hey, people who are using the Novig boost, you can run those. Don, I wouldn't even use those anymore. I mentioned something 2 weeks ago. I wasn't using them anymore. To close out the season, Don, I said I'm not using them. I posted it twice, I think. I alerted about it and everything. I said it's time to shelve them all. I'm not using them. I said I'll track for you, but I'm not using them. There's too much at the end of the season, final like 3 weeks of the NFL season. There's too much with the and thank you for the $5 tip, by the way. I do appreciate that. Is this my man Serve? I think it is, right? But there's too much at the end of the season that a model is not going to be able to capture. Like, how do we bake in things like that with the model? How do we bake in like, well, this team might rest people. This team doesn't care about this game. This team wants to win because they want to be the 5th seed. This team could care less because they'd rather face so-and-so. Like, we got backup quarterbacks everywhere at the end of the season. Every year it's like this. So I said 2 weeks ago on the 16th of December, I actually went back and looked at it. 2 weeks ago, 16th December, I said, I'm not using, it's time to shelve. I think I literally used the phrase like, it's time to shelve the model officials because you just can't capture all of the, the conjecture. I don't know how else to phrase it. So yeah, if you missed it, I'm sorry. I said it twice in Discord. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I have not touched them in 2.5 weeks or 14 days, whatever it is. Rams could lose tonight. Ooh, okay, Cowtown. All right, my friends. Hey, it's time. It's time for me to dip out. 272 people still watching in hour number 2 as I'm just talking complete nonsense about week 18 and playoffs. 152 likes is what we finished at. 280 something on YouTube, 67 right now saying goodbye with me. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Likely we'll have my video out Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. I just got to take a look at the week and see if I can get all my thoughts down correctly and try to do a good job. I don't want to rush it out and do a bad job. So thank you all for watching. And we'll have ourselves a great week 18 together. I'll have a video for the weekend, and then I'll be live again Sunday morning, my normal time, spend 10 a.m. I think I'm going to keep it there. It gives me a nice amount of time to prepare. So video tomorrow or Wednesday, and then I'll have a live show on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you all for hanging out, and I'll see you on the video, and I'll see you at the live show. Take care, my friends. VIP link down below. VIP link down below. Have a good day. Let's get paid. Let's get paid.